3.
Hi, my name is Jacoris Cotton, and I'm interviewing Coach Wise today, and we're going to talk about the effects concussions have on the NCAA players and NFL players. And I chose this topic because I want to learn more about concussions and the effect they have on players. Coach Wise, I wanted to ask you today, what's your title and responsibility with the organization USM?
The special teams coordinator, inside receivers coach. I'm responsible for the recruiting of the north half of the state of Alabama.
Are you familiar with the area?
I am.
Okay.
Just from recruiting it, not being from there.
Do you think the recent media attention on concussions positively or negatively impact the sports of football?
I think it negatively impacts the sport of football because of the litigation mindset of our culture. Anything that goes wrong now, human nature says that someone is at fault, someone should get sued. I'm supposed to get money because of something that was wrong to me, but so I think it overall has a negative effect, just a quick trigger society, but not a significant effect.
Would you say concussions happening more in football than any other sport?
I would say that. I think the players are getting bigger, faster, stronger. They hit harder. Fans want to see those things, and when that happens, at that high impact, you're going to have more guys with concussions. So I would definitely say it happens more in football than any other sport.
What about hockey? Don't you think they have a lot of physical players that, you know?
I would, but I don't see the headshots in hockey. And I was probably 12 years old the last time I saw a hockey game in person, so I'm not the one to ask about that. But they probably lose more teeth, but I don't know if they have more concussions. I can't say that as an informed opinion, but that's my impression.
Have you had any concussion while playing football?
I did. I had one in college. I had one in high school and one in college. I wouldn't say that I was diagnosed with it. Even then, that would have been the mid-'90s. I wouldn't say we had impact tests.
So, do you still suffer any side effects?
I do not. I don't sense any memory loss or headaches or anything that would be considered side effects from having a concussion.
Okay. How do you feel about the NCAA and NFL handling this problem?
It sounds to me that they are researching a lot medical, going back and researching a lot of medical things from the past and what could have been done differently. And it also sounds like there's a lot of technological advances as far as equipment, helmets, those kind of things, and then obviously the penalties for those types of hits that would cause a concussion.
Okay. Do you think what do you think are the biggest changes to the sport today?
I think it's protecting the quarterback been the biggest changes. I see that there's been rule changes to kickoffs to prevent some of the contact that's happened. But I think everyone realizes that the quarterback is the moneymaker in the NFL. So a lot of real changes as far as protecting the quarterback and defenseless players in general.
Yeah, you do coach special teams here at Southern Miss, right?
I do.
How do you feel about them talking about taking away the kickoff?
Not a big fan of it. I like the kickoff. It's a fun play. It's exciting. I think the rule changes got done what everyone wanted to get done. There's less high-speed contact now. There's more likelihood of a touchback, and so the play isn't played as much. So I actually think the rule change got done what needed to get done without eliminating the play. So I'm good with how it is right now.
Okay. How do you think the fans and the players are reacting to these changes?
I don't think fans are reacting too much. I think fans are going to love football no matter what, so I don't think it's going to hurt the game in that sense. So I don't see an overreaction by fans. I think a lot of it's media driven, and so fans may jump on that bandwagon, but not a huge reaction.
Do you think foreign players who are suffering from long-term effects deserve compensation? If so, from who?
From who? I don't know. I do believe they deserve compensation, whether it's maybe not monetary, but insurance, medical coverage, those things to fix the problem. From who? That's a hard question to answer, and because no one forces anyone to play football. That's a choice we all made when we decided to play it. So and it wasn't a decision that guys turned down when they had a chance to make a lot of money. So I think if given the option, we'd all play football again. So so unfortunately those choices come with some consequences. A lot of them we didn't know about, so that's the hard part. So on the other hand, I wouldn't say that you want to leave players out in the wind either. That's not right. So where that money comes from is the trick question, because I do think you have to take care of former players.
Okay. Do you think the NFL or the NCAA have the right to punish players for committing these penalties?
I do, but not much more than a penalty. I don't see a big value in a fine for a hit. I don't see that players that make that kind of money aren't worried about a $5,000 or $10,000 penalty while they're playing. And I wouldn't want to have that on my head as I'm playing. I want to just play the game. And if it's reviewed and there's a penalty, a hit that is illegal, then fine. But I'm not a big fan of the fines, the monetary fines.
Okay. Since college players you can't fine them or suspend them. Well, you can't suspend them, but some of the players are being kicked out of the game for delivering these hits. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a pretty rash decision. I would say that a second or third offense of a 15-yard penalty would start to warrant more missed game time. I think one play shouldn't warrant somebody to miss an entire game, not for one play, regardless of the hit. Now, if it's a pattern, 2, 3, 4 hits that lead to those penalties, then maybe, but not on one.
Do you think the sport of football is losing any money because of the new rule?
No, football's king. It's not going to lose money because of a rule change.
Okay, as a coach, what is your opinion on these issues that the NCAA is facing?
I think it's going to be real tough. I think it's going to be real tough to be the NCAA because you can't win. You can't win because fans are going to want big hits, bigger players, faster players, those kind of things, and players are going to want to play the game with reckless abandon because that's how they're built. But then you come back and knowing that 20 years from now you might get sued if you're the NCAA and didn't protect players. So you're in a lose-lose deal. I don't envy the NCAA or the NFL on that issue.
Okay, that's all my questions for today. I want to thank Coach Wise for participating in my event, and thank you.